Hello friends, welcome back to She's in Her Apron. Today I'm answering your questions in a day in the life video. Okay, so, hello. So these are still the questions that you guys asked on my Instagram a while back that I'm still trying to answer and get through, and I didn't want to leave you hanging. So, I thought, as I'm doing my thing today, I would answer your questions. So right now I am making dinner. It is 11:30 and I wanted to bake my meatloaf, and then that way when the kids get home from school, they could do homework, chores. I have a meeting, and then when I get back, all I have to do is the vegetable and the mashed potatoes, and the meatloaf is done because it takes an hour to cook. So I was like, we're cooking dinner now, which I do a lot and I absolutely love. Also, I know you're gonna ask me, Kimmy, where'd you get that shirt? I get asked all the time, every time I wear it. I got it from a local grocery store. A girl sells them there, and that's where I got it. So sorry, not much luck. This is from Living with Peace in the Moment. Kimmy, do you ever feel like your anxiety is tied to the need for perfection? What I mean is, mine, for example, happens when I am stressed out trying to please others and live my life a certain way, raise my kids a certain way, etc. I was curious to see your thought about your anxiety is tied to your ADHD. Well, Cindy, good question. Like last night, I told Eric, I know I'm gonna have anxiety tomorrow. And he's like, don't say that, you're setting yourself up. I said, no, I could tell. And he's like, how can you tell? I said, well, you know, everyone gets stressed out thinking about the next day and everything they have to do. But mine is full on anxiety, pounding heart, can't breathe. My mind races. Like right now, I have anxiety. So I wasn't joking. So right now I have pounding heart. I'm surprised that I'm getting this done, but there's some things I want to do. I can't get myself to do. And it happens a lot. So the reason why I knew last night that I would have anxiety today was because we had spring break last week and I was hardly here. And I didn't get a lot accomplished in the home because we were doing things as a family, you know, spring break with the kids, and we were shopping for our bed. We were out of the home. And so I feel very overwhelmed this week now that the kids are back in school, and I just got to catch up on things. So I feel overwhelmed. So last night I was thinking about my to-do list for today. What should I tackle first? Because everything is so big. Yes, I have my weekly home blessing that I do on Mondays, but that I could distribute out to the kids in their zone cleaning. So I was like, all right, what can I focus on? And I was like counting down the list of everything that I have to do. And it just got my heart pounding. And I guess in a way it could feel like trying to be perfectionist because you want to get it all done. You want to do everything. You want everything done now, so that way you can live in bliss. At least that's how I feel. And there's so much that I want to get done, and I knew I couldn't do it, and I just want it done. So I knew I would have anxiety today, and yeah, sure enough, I have anxiety. I'm trying to ignore it and work through it. There's days that I could get through it, like today, and there's days I'm absolutely paralyzed, and I can't do a thing. I literally stopped dead in my tracks. So, yes, perfectionism is an evil, evil thing. It gets anybody. It can get... See, I think people mix up what a perfectionist is, okay? So, a perfectionist, most people think, is someone that is super, super clean, super organized, super structured, and oh my gosh, this... I need... And everything just has to be so, okay? That is like the typical perfectionist everyone thinks of. Well, you could be the laziest person in the world and be a perfectionist. Like, you won't start a project until you get certain things for it, until it gets done. And like, there's like a line. Either you won't get to the line to do it because you want to get everything perfect up to the line, or you are a perfectionist where you go over the line and you go way overboard. So everybody seriously is a perfectionist if you think about it. So I do let my anxiety get the better of me when I want to be super perfect and have the house always perfect and just have all my routines like down perfectly. Yeah, my anxiety will flare up. And I know what you mean by like, we all feel like we need to live up to this certain standard, which is ridiculous. We're here on this earth to learn and to learn to be perfect, but there's only one perfect person, and that is Christ. Yes, we could strive to be like him, but we're never going to reach perfection here in this life. We're here to strive to do good and try our very, very best. And that's what I try to do every day. So yeah, I do feel that my anxiety can be tied to perfectionism and how I think I should be doing it or how others think I should be doing it. Does that make sense? Okay, this question is from Nana Marianne. When did you start wearing an apron? I have worn one for years and love it, just like you do. Cool. Okay, so this is the original She's in Her Apron. This I got from Target, like, oh my gosh, how old is Jonah? 13, so 11 years ago. And I put this apron on and it was like superpowers came flooding through me. I don't know what it was, but ever since that day I was like, I want to do this. I feel like accomplishing this. And it was such a motivator. I would put it on and I was like, I feel so motivated. So 11 years ago, bam, this apron started this channel. Isn't that crazy? I love aprons. If you do not feel motivated to get anything done and have never worn an apron, I encourage you to go get yourself an apron. It's like a super cape. You can get one at Walmart. They have them in the aisles of the grocery store or over by their kitchen stuff. $8, at least at my Walmart, they're $8. Go get yourself an apron. You will feel this charge of like wanting to get stuff done, and it feels so good. Okay guys, I got this meatloaf recipe from a cookbook from Paula Deen, and it is so good. I have a vlog on this if you'd like to see it. I add garlic to mine now, and I do put breadcrumbs, even though she doesn't say breadcrumbs. But I like to put some Italian breadcrumbs in mine, as well as the quick oats that she has in this recipe. But if you never liked meatloaf or just can never find one that you like, seriously give this recipe a try. My kids gobble this. I mean, we're a 2-pound meatloaf family, and this will be all gone tonight. If there's anything left, it'll be like one sandwich. So give this a shot. I swear it's not dry at all. The canned petite diced tomatoes in this make it super moist, and there's peppers and onions in here. I'm telling you, it's so good. You will love meatloaf again when you have this recipe. But I warn you, any of the meatloaf that you had after this one, yeah, you're gonna be disappointed. So, yeah. But look at that. That's a big loaf, you guys. So there is a ketchup, brown sugar, and mustard topping on it, but I am not going to put that on right now. I'm just going to bake this as normal and then take it out of the oven when it's done. And when it's time to eat and I'm working on the potatoes, I will stick this under the broiler to reheat it, and it will caramelize the ketchup topping. And so that's what I'm going to do. So I am going to get this in the oven for 1 hour. Okay, also I took out of my freezer some food for the week. I was meal planned last night. So I've got a chuck roast here. We're going to do Jana's roast. She no longer has a video on this, but I know I've talked about the roast several times on the videos, and I'll try to find it. But it's so good. You just put a chuck roast in the crock pot with a 1/2 cup of water mixed with a brown gravy packet and a buttermilk ranch packet, or you could use ranch, and Italian seasoning packet as well. Oh my gosh, delicious. And then I had some chicken tenders in here, and I'm going to do sweet and sour chicken. We haven't had that in a long while, and it has a lot of sugar in it, and that's why we haven't had it in a long while. So we're craving it, and that's what I'm going to make here for dinner this week as well. So, yeah. I'm just thawing them out a little bit on the counter. I'm going to put them in the fridge. And so now I'm just going to clean up this little mess that I've got here. So this is from Explain It All. What's your favorite way to pamper yourself when you're feeling overwhelmed and need some mama time? Oh boy, I do a lot of things. When I'm feeling completely overwhelmed, I will pick a day to have the day off. Now, I don't want this to start a controversy, you know. There's people that work and can't take time off, and there's stay-at-home moms that can't either because they have little ones. So everyone, just respect everybody and their situation. But for me, obviously you guys know I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I work from home. I do YouTube. Editing can take up to 4 hours sometimes on a vlog. And I'm trying to take care of a house and do my church calling and be a mom and be a wife. That it gets super stressful. So there'll be days, you guys, where I'll be like, I'll pick a day. I'd be like, I'm not doing anything today. I'm not doing emails. I'm not doing laundry. I may not even cook dinner tonight. Derek might go pick it up. And I will take the day off. And I will sit and read or do whatever it is that I need to do to help relax and calm me. And it's hard not to feel the guilt on that day. And it's perfectly fine. There's nothing that says, you have to be constantly doing something. Shame on you. And, like, of course, there's that mommy guilt, right? That's always there in the back of your mind. I try to turn it off because I know me, and I am a hard worker. I work very hard in the home, working on myself, working on the family, helping with the kids, dealing with the stress with the kids. Yeah. I get overwhelmed very quickly. There's things here that we go through as a family that I don't talk about on the vlogs. And there's a lot that I can go through day by day with certain situations that we're in. And so I do not anymore, do I feel guilty for taking a day off and doing absolutely nothing. And I will do whatever it is that I want to do. If I want to go out and window shop, if I want to just sit on my bed and watch Netflix, then I'll do it. But then I wake up the next day going, okay, that was great. I feel good. Time to get moving. And I continue on with what I got to do. Now, I know a lot of you work, and that is very hard to do. But find a time for yourself on the weekend or after work. Maybe make yourself a bubble bath or a hot shower. Stay in there until the water runs cold. I love that. Stay in there till the water runs cold. Go for a drive. Go get your favorite drink and sip it in the car. Blare the radio. I do this a lot. A lot. Maybe sketch out some time that you could see during the week that you could go get a massage or anything, or just go to the library where it's quiet. When I was a young mom, you guys, this is what I used to do, okay? What am I doing? I used to go to the library where I would say to Derek, okay, you got the kids, I'm going out. And I would go to the public library and I'd sit there in their nice comfy chairs and do nothing. I would sit there and read or look at my phone. But I would sit there where it was quiet. So I could gather my thoughts, reboot, and then hit the ground running. This is from AbBig55. How do you break down / plan your week or day? Okay, so on Sundays or even Saturday, depending if I'm bored, I will pull out my planner and I've got all my stickers and whatnot, and I will plan the coming week. I mark in my planner on the calendar full month all our appointments and things as they come. And then I look on that week and I write in and I plan out. I plan out when I'm going to go to the grocery store, when I'm going to, anything. But I try, when I plan my week, to, if I notice I'm going to be leaving the house, say, I don't know, say Wednesday, okay? I am going, okay, perfect example. Thursday, okay? I don't have to leave the home for anything. No tutoring for the kids. Like, I don't have to cart anyone around. Thursday, I will plan everything that I have to do when I leave the house. So, this Thursday, I'm getting my hair dyed again. And so I know, okay, I'm leaving the house. My hair appointment, I think, is at 9 a.m. Great. Drop the kids off at school, head to the salon. What else can I accomplish outside the home that day so I don't have to leave the house the rest of the week? So I will sketch out, I can go to the DI, I could go to the post office, I could do this, I could do that. And I try, even grocery shopping, but I try to do all my errands and everything at once so I'm not leaving the house a gazillion times. I definitely try to schedule a day where I'm not going anywhere if I can make it all possible, where I'm just in the house. I'm an extrovert and I absolutely love seeing people and hanging out with people and seeing my friends. Love it. But there are times where I'm such an introvert. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to be in my house. There's times where, like, I cannot want to leave my house for a month. I mean, I just want to be here. And, I just want to be in my home and I don't want to go anywhere. I love being in my home. I love just being here and with the family. And then there's times where I'm like, Mama's going out. See you later. And so but I just try to plan any like appointments or anything to try to do the same day. And so my chores, like, I have all my routines. If you guys want to see my routines, I'll leave a link down below. But there are cleaning routines. Like, I know certain days what I'm doing. I know when I'm doing my zone cleaning. And so I have a plan. There's always a plan. And I choose some days not to do them and days to do them. But yeah. I've got the plan pretty much, the week pretty much planned out. I know what's going on. Now this summer, there's a little bit of a plan because the kids still have tutoring and things like that. But during the summer, I try to roll with things, but there's still a plan. If I can only leave the house one time to take the kids somewhere, you bet I am like gonna go run more errands. Kind of bugs the kids when I do that. They're like, seriously? I'm like, Mama's already out. I'm not coming back out. So that's how I do it. Okay. This question comes from Kristen_Plains. Did you do as much as you do now when your kids were little? I have a hard time balancing all this while wanting to spend quality time with my kids. I feel guilty sometimes that I'm wasting my precious time with them by cleaning, but I'm obsessed. Okay, that is a good question. Am I as busy now? Did you do as much as you do now when your kids were little? No, because it's different. Is it recording? It's different now. I feel, and I actually had this conversation with Derek yesterday. I said, I feel way more busier now than I did with the kids were little. Even though you're so wrapped up, they're so little, and you got nap time and playtime and lunch, and you have to you try to go do the laundry, but then you hear a crash and you're like, it's so hard to, they're like puppies. It's like you want to contain them and it's so hard. I don't know, I honestly feel, and I said this to Derek yesterday, I feel like I had it more together when my kids were little. I feel like, because if it wasn't structured, there were complete meltdowns compared to now, you know? Like, I had my routines with them. Like, they went to bed, they took their naps at certain times. And then during those naps, that's when I scheduled my cleaning. And so I was like, okay, first morning nap down. I'm going to do my morning routine. Okay, that was done. Kids up. And I'm playing with them. I'm doing the thing. But you got to remember, like, for me, I never had multiple little ones, like little, because my kids are spaced out because of our infertility. So Boston and Jonah, or Callie and Jonah were 4 years apart. So when he was a baby, she would go to preschool. And it was hard to balance that a little bit, but it was okay. But so between Boston and Callie, there's like a 7-year span. Yeah, there's 7 years in between there. So Boston and Jonah, there's like a 3.5-year gap. So when I had Boston, Jonah was going to preschool and doing that thing. So I had some freed up hours when he was at preschool. But I felt more busy then because I had to be so structured on my time. So whenever they were asleep, that's when I cleaned. I would scrub the house down and cook the meals, and so that way I wasn't cooking while they were awake. I remember, you guys, no joke, I was on the phone. It was actually in this house when I had Boston. I was cooking dinner, and I was on the phone, so I was on the phone like this. I had Boston in my arms, okay, and I was balancing the bottle, like, you know, I had the phone, my chin, the bottle, Boston, and I was stirring dinner like this. No joke. Oh my gosh. And I feel that I kept up on the house and everything better when the kids were little. It wasn't perfect. Oh my goodness, no. It would still be a disaster, but I feel that I had it more together when they were little because I had to. You know, and I would, when they were awake, I would be with them. But there were times where I was like, I gotta fade away into something. You guys watch TV, mommy's gonna lay down, or it's hard being mommy and making that time is so hard. You're never gonna do it perfect. There's no perfect way. You know, as long as your kids feel the love from mama and you're spending time with them and doing things with them, that's all they want, you know? So I would make time for them, and like, this is our time where I'm gonna sit and play, and yeah. I don't know, I really have forgotten a lot of those years. And I wish I vlogged back then because I maybe can remember how I did things. But seriously, those days are a blur. And I was always exhausted. But things just got different as the kids got older, you guys. You know, you get new responsibilities, and you're into different things. I have late nights because I'm waiting for Callie to come home. Or, you know, she comes home at midnight and I'm up waiting for her. And you know, I take the kids out of school to take them to the dyslexia center, and I'm running, and then the kids have the sports. The kids have always had the sports, which was hard. Oh my goodness, balancing the kids in sports, especially when they were little. I remember Boston and Jonah were playing soccer at the same time, and they were in the same like area of our town, like this huge field, but one was on one end, one was on the other end, and I'm trying to run back and forth to see them play. And then when daddy would get out of work, I was like, great, you covered this kid, which kid do you want to watch? And we would like swap, and it was just, I would be so exhausted. But I feel that I had it a little bit more together. I was like, okay, we're gonna be at the soccer field, I'm gonna make dinner, I'm gonna put it in this refrigerator bag, and I'm gonna bring it, we're gonna eat it there. And I don't know, I really feel like I had it more together then. But I didn't. Like, if you were watching me, you'd be like, this chick is a hot mess. Like, what is her problem? And so it's like, I'm never gonna get it right. It's always a juggle, you know. I did hear, like, when my mother-in-law became an empty nester, she's like, I swear I'm more busier now than when they were little. And I was like, what? Like, what? Please don't tell me that. But I have to say now that all the kids are in school and they, you know, full day kindergarten, all the kids are in school, I really have a hard time balancing my time. Like, I have my routines, I know what I should be doing and how I should do it. Like, my day's mapped out. Like, I just have to follow it and boom, 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 right? But no, it's harder for me now to follow my routines because there's no one here. Like, I have to push myself to do everything. And it's a struggle to know when I should edit the videos. It's like, I want to edit right in the morning so I don't have to edit when the kids are home. But sometimes it doesn't always work out that way. There's nobody here to keep me going, like the little ones were. Like, I knew, like, oh my gosh, we have lunchtime and then it's nap time and then we gotta drive to preschool, and then, you know, I don't have that now. So I find it harder to keep going now that I'm alone in the house during the day than when my little ones were here. I really think I had it more together. Even though I was a hot mess, I feel I had it more together then than I do now. I hope that wasn't like discouraging, but we're all different and that's just how I handled it. So yeah, I don't know if that made any sense, but I felt like I had it more together when they were little.
And Dad, Mom, I like those kind. I like those.
You love meatloaf? And here it is, the meatloaf, mashed potatoes, cucumbers with Italian dressing, and asparagus. There is a spider on my camera lens. Oh, did you guys see it on the camera? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, I'm washing that sock again. Oh, creeped out, creeped out. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. What was I saying?